So good afternoon students. Today we are going to start our new chapter in mathematics, chapter number 7, that is ratio and proportion. And ratio and proportion, here we are going to use the properties, but before that we need some introduction. Okay, you must have read this topic somewhere in the junior classes, but we need to understand the basics, which is quite important for this ratio and proportion. Like first of all, you need to know what is ratio. So ratio of two quantities are generally found between two similar quantities. Suppose if you are dividing, if two similar quantities are divided such that the denominator is not equal to 0 or other than 0 any number, then they are said to be a ratio. This we need to understand. Suppose two quantities are given like A and B, and if you are writing A by B, so this is called the ratio. The most important thing that we can find ratio of two similar quantities. Like suppose if two quantities are there and if they are different from each other, then the ratio cannot be found out. It is not authorized ratio, and it is represented as A colon B, and this is read as A is to B. This we need to understand. This is quite important to understand. And as I said, the denominator cannot be equals to 0. So B cannot be equal to 0, because in the set of real number we know that no number can be divided by 0. So here the first term, it means the term in the numerator, that is A is called as first quantity, or antecedent, and B is called as second quantity or hypothesis. This we need to understand. Second term means or hypothesis or consequent also we can say. This we need to understand. The first quantity is said to be as antecedent, which is exactly numerator, and the second quantity is known as your hypothesis or consequent, which is exactly the denominator. And we need to understand one thing, that the hypothesis or the consequent or the second quantity need not be 0. This is very much important to understand. Now the next thing we need to understand, if a ratio is divided or multiplied by same number, then the ratio is going to be unchanged. Means suppose a ratio between two quantities given as A by B, and if you are multiplying a number K which belongs to the real number such that K is not equal to 0, it means we can write A by B is equals to K into A by K into B. It means the ratio is going to be unchanged. Maybe the number will appear differ, but the ratio is not going to change. So this is an example of means multiplication, and as I have written here k belongs to R, it means k can be anything. And similarly, if you are going to divide it, then also it is not going to change. And the most important thing of a ratio, one more, is ratio of two quantities must be expressed in its lowest form, that is, their HCF must be equal to 1, or they must be co-prime number. So here so many informations I have given. The ratio must be in lowest term or lowest form, that is their HCF of the numerator and denominator, that is A and B, must be equal to 1, and the numbers whose HCF is equals to 1 are actually known as co-prime numbers. This also we need to understand. This is very, very important things. Okay. Now if it is given A by B is equals to B by A, then this situation is possible only when A equals to B. In other case it is not possible. So the order of the term in a ratio is very, very important. What I said? Order of a term in a ratio is very important. We cannot change that. Means in my first example I said A by B is equals to B by A only when if A and B are equal, otherwise you cannot write. Now we will do one thing, we will solve some one example, and then we will try to see that exactly how we solve the numericals in case of a ratio. So let us take one question is given to us. If 3a plus 2b is 2, 5a plus 3b is equals to 18 is to 29, then find a is to b. So many methods are there. What I will do, that I will try to solve this one in 2 to 3 methods, so that it will be easy for you to understand, to find the value. So let's do it for the first one, first method, method 1. So the question is given to us, 3a plus 2b by 5a plus 3b is equals to 18 by 29. So we will do one thing, divide b throughout the numerator and denominator. So in that way we will get each term is divided of each term of the numerator and denominator is divided by b. So that we have read by this property, we can do that. So it will be 3a by b plus 2, b by b is going to be 1, divided by 5a by b plus 3 b by b, that is going to be 1, is equals to 18 by 29. Means ratio is unchanged. We can write that So now you see 3 a by b we need to find. So let us take a by b is equals to x. So it is going to be easy for us to write. So 3x plus 2 by 5x plus 3 is equals to 18 by 29. Now when you will cross multiply, you will get 87x plus 58 is equals to 90x plus 54. So we will get 3x. 90x minus 87x is 3x, and 58 minus 54, that is equals to 4, implies we got x is equals to 4 by 3. And what is x? X we have taken as a by b, implies we got a by b is equals to 4 by 3. So this is going to be your first method. Now in the second method, what we are going to do, in the second method, method 2, okay, this we say as what to k method. So what we are going to do, that your possible